Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Robbie with Believe in the Run.
This is Megan with Believe in the Run.
And we're doing a quick turnaround here this week because, Robbie, we're heading off to California.
We are in like less than 24 hours.
Where's Megan going?
Everywhere.
You're like the Johnny Cash song in real life.
Yeah. Well, so by the time this podcast comes out, I will be in Chicago heading to Nashville, but I will have previously been in Boulder.
Chicago. Oh, yeah. So you'll be in Boulder, Chicago, Nashville. Might as well run the other dates while we're here. Then Boston, Columbus, Ohio, St. Petersburg, Florida, and Ridgefield, Connecticut. What's in Ridgefield, Connecticut?
Megan and Megan.
The turnaround we're doing from
St.
Pete to Ridgefield, Connecticut is something that the A6 team will forever owe me.
Yeah, they're back-to-back days.
Yeah, and the best is that both locations are 45 minutes from their airports. So,
nice.
And there's no direct flights. So we will be taking a connecting flight from Tampa to, I believe, somewhere in New York, northern New York, and then driving to Connecticut.
Wow.
It's going to be a day.
Ridgefield, that sounds like a place where the Kennedys summer or something. I guess that's Nantucket.
Yeah,
Martha's Vineyard.
somewhere in like that.
Dude, seals are getting up in Cape Cod and sharks are coming for people.
Oh, like a real life Jaws?
Yeah.
You know that this happens every summer when Shark Week's coming out. They start talking about seals and sharks.
They know.
It's all part of it.
And there was like 4 shark attacks at South Padre Island in Texas this week. But the crazy thing is that someone was bit by a shark, like a woman. They like dragged her to shore, and then like people just kept swimming.
What?
And then they kept getting bit by sharks.
Where is this in Texas?
It's like an island off the coast, like near Galveston.
Okay.
And
What's
I'm like,
what's
I feel
cool
like
about
you should
that?
Just stop being in the water.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, just don't go in the
It's
water.
Texas, though.
But
And then
that's
you don't
like-
get bitten.
It's like when you're a kid and someone goes, "Ooh, that's hot," and you touch it. You're like, "Ooh, that's gonna burn you," and the other person has to touch it too.
Okay, except for it's
you gotta
very
know. You gotta know.
no, it's very different when there's a shark in the water. Like that's terrifying. Hot,
I mean-
sure.
Yeah.
How big does a shark have to be before it's scary?
I'm probably not that big.
Like, would you be afraid of like a 3-foot shark?
Yeah, if you're in the water and a fin goes by,
Honestly, probably not.
what?
I'm not afraid of a 3-foot
I feel like I could
shark.
fight that off.
Yeah.
You think you could fight a 3-foot shark?
Here's the problem: that little shark bites your calf, and then you're bleeding everywhere. And then guess what happens?
Big sharks come.
Yeah,
I have pretty good calves
you're
too.
dead.
I have some good calf meat. I bet they would be.
I don't think you do. That's muscle. I don't think they like that. They want the
They want
the
fat.
marbled, marbled area.
They're like Kobe beef
Yeah.
of the shark.
Like my sidewalls are going.
They love seals, which are pretty much just blubber factories.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and they seals also look like dogs.
Or people in
True.
wetsuits.
Dogs in wetsuits.
Yeah. Why don't they make Why are wetsuits made to look like seals? Why don't they make them look like a bigger shark or something, like an optical illusion that looks like a predator that
Like a giant eyeball.
yeah, like they'd stay away from. I don't know.
Like a cold collar.
Yeah, or like sand, make it look like it's a island or like a sand that if they like would come in contact with, they'd be out of the water.
I feel like maybe
At this point,
that's-
they say that sharks have electric sensors. I would think at this point you could make a wetsuit that would emit a frequency that sharks don't like.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Again, we're solving world problems. You know what else solves a problem?
What
Lagoon's new sleep night bites.
does it?
Yeah.
Have you?
we got them
I actually
yesterday.
haven't seen it yet.
They're individually wrapped chocolates that you eat before bed, which I
already do that already. So
do
might as
you?
well.
Do you have a chocolate before bed every night?
They're individually unwrapped Oreo cookies, but yeah.
Did you say that Oreo cookies are satanic?
No, wait.
We'll have to go back to
Are
that.
they?
Yeah.
No way.
Let's
Okay,
talk
well-
about that, and I'll tell you about Oreo cookies.
Anyway,
Okay.
these are not Oreo cookies in any way, shape, or form. It's a sleep aid, but there's no melatonin, so that you don't get dependent on it or have
Is there
morning
magnesium?
grogginess. That's it. So there's 200 milligrams of magnesium.
So, Robbie, only one bar, okay?
Yeah, I don't need to be having bathroom breaks in the middle of the night.
So we have I think we got the dark chocolate one, but there's also chocolate and almonds and chocolate and cherries. So you can choose, whatever flavor you want.
Man, that sounds pretty good, honestly. I'm going to have to try one of these.
The people that bring you sleep. By the way, I don't know if you saw, Megan's taken up a habit of taking pictures of me while I'm asleep now because Ralphie.
I did it like twice. It's not
She
a
has
habit.
a binder full of these.
I have 3 photos that you took.
Well, you're sleeping all the time.
It's great. I'm tired.
How many of these night bites are you eating, dude?
Yeah, seriously. Anyway,
Turn them into day
if you
bites.
want to get night bites, you can save 10% when you try all 3 of those flavors I just mentioned, or you can take 20% off when you buy a month's supply of them.
Whoa.
A month's supply.
So anyway, go to lagoonsleep.com/believe and check it all out.
It's like a prank you can play on your kids. They'll get into the chocolate and just fall asleep. It'll be perfect.
Hey, would you like a piece of chocolate?
Yeah. Dude, I've always find candy wrappers in my kids' rooms.
Dude, that's kind of like a Bill Cosby-esque. Here, have a
Oh,
chocolate.
jeez.
Yeah. Yeah. That should sell them.
That's the ad read.
Anyway, yeah, so Oreos, I saw a little clip with Elon Musk talking about how there's symbolism on it, like
Oh, no.
there's like a certain cross and like a satanic cross, and that there's the Mason's triangle is all over them.
Dude, who knew they were so metal?
I don't know. That's why they are able to continue coming out with all these different flavors, because they're the devil's
I mean, they have cast like a magic spell over my life, so I could see how that might be true. Leading me into the depths of a
That's one
sugary
cookie I
hell.
don't get.
Yeah, I don't either. It's
yeah,
like
it's
I don't think it's that great.
Doesn't hit you like that?
No, like a good chocolate chip cookie, yeah. An Oreo cookie, no.
Wait, do you soak in milk?
Yeah.
Okay, that's.
And
a
aren't you
little
doing like the
different.
thin ones?
I do prefer the thins.
Yeah, I haven't tried those, but they sound worse than regular ones.
They're
Do you
not,
feel like you can eat more because they're thinner?
for sure. But I do think I eat less. Like I feel like I can eat more, but I end up eating less. Do you know what I mean? Like if you eat 6 thins, that's far less than 5 normal ones. Not far less.
Why
but it's
wouldn't you
less.
take 2 thins and put a cream center in between 2 thins?
Like
So you have
a
the
sandwich of thins?
yeah. So you have the thin with the cream. You put a thick layer of cream and then
I
another
don't
thin
too much
underneath.
cream. Too much. I'm not a cream. I'm more the cookie part.
You like the wafer?
Yeah.
A thin wafer.
Is that supposed to be chocolate flavored?
What, the Oreo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it just charcoal?
It's not chocolate. It tastes not
To me,
like
it's sweet
chocolate.
charcoal.
It's like that's why it's their thing. No one can replicate it.
Hydrox.
You also can't buy a cheap Oreo. That's like one of the things that if you try to go generic on, it just doesn't work.
It tastes like vanilla.
It just tastes like a store brand Oreo is just trash. It doesn't break down the proper way. There's all kinds of
I
complications.
have to agree with you. A lot of complications.
Anyways, but I'll have to see if I'm being maybe mind controlled by Oreo. It's not out of the question.
Yeah. I mean, you got to check that. You just Google Elon Musk.
Oh, I will.
Satanic Oreo.
I love a good, insane conspiracy theory.
I really like, where is Elon? I know he's on the spectrum,
Yeah. He
but
definitely
like,
is.
I love all his theories and his.
Yeah, he's I think after buying Twitter, he went too deep into Twitter
He started reading it.
or X.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you mean X?
Once you start spending too much time on there, who knows?
That's something. Do you think it'll ever be not Twitter?
I think he's also mad at them because they pulled their ads when he bought it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would probably eat the Oreos knowing that they're satanic.
Yeah, it's like not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, you know what else is kind of crazy?
what?
Talk about theories. You know that what's it called?
Ketone IQ.
Ketone IQ. You know how I've said it's like the snake oil where they say that
Yeah.
it helps with everything?
Yeah.
Now they're calling it the Ozempic. It's like, it works like Ozempic now.
Really?
They-
Like it actually does, or they're
They
saying
did
it
an
does?
ad that's like,
Here, let me pull it up. You sent it to us, didn't you?
yeah, it was like liquid Ozempic or whatever.
Grifter's got a grift. I don't hate that.
It also looks like a kindergartner made this ad. It says in quotes, "It's like Ozempic in a bottle." Jesse, but it looks like it actually looks like a kindergartner
yeah,
made it.
that's like That was made on Canva.
It says
for
it
sure.
suppresses appetite, it curbs cravings, and it boosts energy.
Okay. So
It does everything.
that like is doing a lot of heavy lifting. It's like
Yeah, and
The
I saw
energy
that.
of coffee and the calmness of meditation.
Ooh,
Whoever's writing their marketing jargon is really good.
they
so
know
they're
what I want.
basically describing Red Bull and vodka.
With-
Uppers and
yeah.
downers, people.
Yeah.
And the other crazy thing, it also said that it would help with male virility. So,
Okay.
it could take the place of Viagra.
Dude, sign me up.
Should we also mention that these people did the same?
Oh, yeah.
So you can
Also jumping on the
jumped that
Ozempic wagon.
bandwagon. So Ozempic is called GLP-1, or that's the same thing.
Dude, Chera Bundy, get on that, man. Just tell people you're Ozempic.
Yeah.
I was actually listening to this interesting podcast about Ozempic, which, by the way, I feel like some people
Were mad
messaged
at
me
us.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, there's some interesting. I mean, I did say that it's okay if it's meant for you.
You said for vanity.
Well, I
Or-
said like there's people like who have diabetes, so it's like very helpful for, or who are, have legitimate health problems related to weight. I was more like the people who are just like, hey, I want to look good.
The people who are runners who are like, I want to lose 5 to 10 pounds.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not for you.
Yeah. And so I was listening to this podcast about a guy who I think he wrote a book on it. He also is taking it or took it. But he was saying the amount of people taking it now, there's so many people that he extrapolated it to like different industries. So like basically airlines are saving more money because there's so many people losing weight that say 10 to 15% of the people on your plane have lost 50 or 75 pounds. That's like several hundred pounds per flight
Saving on gas.
that you're saving on gas.
So you're saying the entire country could get behind this?
Yeah. So there's so many, like, it affects even like clothing, like manufacturers, because now you have to like reassess your entire size ranges because there's a significant amount of the population is losing weight.
But don't you think it's just going to swing back? Like we've had people write into Fuel for the Soul that were taking it. That were like, they got so ill
Yeah.
and it was so awful that
wow.
they can't do
Yeah,
it
I mean,
anymore.
it probably, but I'm just saying in the immediate near
Yeah.
term, there's 15 to 20% of the population is taking something like that. I don't
Right.
know if it's that high. I don't know what the number is, but it's enough to make a difference in a myriad of
Well,
economies.
you see all these other brands jumping on it, so it must be.
You want to know
Yeah.
something else, though, that's going to throw a monkey wrench into all this? China apparently has been able to cure diabetes.
What?
They've come up with a stem cell that they take from your pancreas
Yeah.
and turned it into like a medication. And within I think it was like 4 weeks of taking it, the person could stop taking it and that they no longer have diabetes.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Well, think about that. But the people were like, Eli Lilly will never let this happen
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
for sure.
U.S. because they make so much money off of
No doubt.
the diabetes thing. Like, think about that. And then Ozempic was also a diabetes drug.
Right.
So
Yeah, there's no way the drug companies will let that happen. I was reading what's the disease in Africa that kills a lot of people? That's like
sickle cell,
no, it's like
malaria.
like no one had, not malaria. That's the one that Bill Gates kind of eliminated.
Personally, he did that.
No, but his foundation was like huge in that. What's the
Dengue fever.
dude? No, stop. It's like, it's not bubonic plague. It's like a bad disease that it doesn't exist here, but exists there. Anyways, they know that they have the cure for it basically. But what's needed for the cure is this ingredient that's hard to come by, and it's in.
Is it Madagascar vanilla?
And it's in another drug that's used as a like vanity drug, but that's hugely popular. And they're not letting go of the supply of that because the drug company that makes it is making so much money
Makes sense.
that they're like, we're not going to give this away for free. Like they control the supply of that ingredient. And so they're just sitting on this, waiting for years and years. It's super frustrating for the doctors, for the scientists who discovered the cure essentially, because they can't get it, into vaccination form or whatever. It's all about the money, man.
It is. How's we got it? We probably need to get towards running here.
Yeah.
The first week of grit.
Are we talking about running?
Yeah, we should talk about grit, but this is kind of related to like nutrition, and then it'll bring us into running. So
Okay.
remember a few weeks ago when we were chatting on the podcast about how you thought that your Morton was making you sick because it was hot?
Yeah.
So apparently that's very false.
Dude, there's no way.
Megan and I talked about it, and she said that someone even reached out to her and was like, were you like screaming and turning into the Kool-Aid man listening to this podcast of them talk about how they thought their warm gels were making them sick?
I'm sticking by it. Dude, you can't convince me.
Dude,
otherwise.
there's nothing grosser than a hot Morton.
Yeah, that's true. But I think the point of it was that it's not changing the
Chemistry?
of it until it hits your insides.
But that's what I'm saying. If it's broken down and it's watery.
It's different. Like it can affect. I don't care if the chemistry's not changed. The consistency.
The hydrogel isn't working.
The consistency. Like, I mean, whatever.
Look, I'm with you. I thought the same thing, but apparently we are incorrect in that theory.
All right.
I don't know.
You know what? Run with me next time. Whoever said that, come on, run with me next time when it's hot as hell.
Or why don't we have that person come and they
Yeah.
can do a hot Morton test?
Yeah.
We'll just cook up some Morton and let them.
And then do sprinting intervals.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get the Morton to about 100 degrees, which would be your pocket. And then we'll be like, all right, drink that Morton, eat it, and let's see how you feel.
Speaking of 100
Dude,
degrees.
I'm gonna run around their house. Let me run around their house.
Okay.
And I'll take it. And if it
You'll fertilize
a
their
cool
bushes.
one and a hot one.
And it turns out if I have to go, I'm using their bathroom. That thing's getting blown up. And then I'll be like, see, there's your science experiment.
Making bicarbonate in their toilet.
Yeah.
Speaking of 100 degrees, it was very hot here this week.
Yeah, it was.
Like really hot and humid. And I feel like it's too soon. Or am I I wasn't ready for it.
I mean, July is the worst month in Baltimore as far as humidity goes, I think. Like you'd think it would be August, but I actually feel like July is the worst. August tapers into like actually decent weather towards the end with if you're moving towards September.
Well, I'm wondering if it was also being in lovely Tahoe and in the cool, and then coming here was just a drastic
Yes.
kick in the pants.
Yeah.
Just opening the door,
Yeah.
you got hit with that thickness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, cause I was on a PA, so it wasn't as bad because in the city it's always worse. But the one day I ran, it was like country-ish road. There's no shade on those roads, and it was kind of cloudy, so that helped. But the humidity with the sun is just. But you know what? I feel like I'm kind of used to it because I ran this morning. I ran this morning and I was like, this feels actually not bad.
Really?
Yeah.
This morning I was like, maybe it was a little better today.
I was trying to stick to the shade. So
I was going to say
like,
the shade made a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was okay.
I don't know. It's just life, man.
How far did you run this morning?
A little over 6. Yeah.
What's everyone's grit
Thomas
mileage
ran
at?
My mileage? I'm at 61 or so right now.
That's pretty impressive, I have to say. I'm at 45.
Megan's at 90.
If I add today's 95, yeah.
Yeah, 95.
Man, that's wow. Okay. And
So
then
think in a week she ran 30 more miles
yeah.
than me.
And
That's
I was
insane.
pretty, pat myself on the back for getting almost 40 miles last week.
That is good.
Now, I did see you went on a hike. Did you include the hike?
No, I didn't include that.
You can.
Okay. Then I'm at 47.
There you
Hey.
go.
But that was, and that was after my long run, just kind of like a walk. I wouldn't even say it's a hike. It's more of a walk. Because we went that cabin we went to when we were.
Oh, yeah. That trail is really nice. So were you on that? For the run?
For my long run,
That's good. How far did you go on that?
12 miles. So that was great. It was like the
How
big
far did
loop.
we run when we did it with your party?
About the same, maybe,
Did we do 12 miles?
I think so.
Yeah, because you had a 12-mile run.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, it was basically the same route.
Yeah.
And that was nice because, again, that's shaded up there. And, yeah.
No
it was
cars. You got the stream coming through. Do you dip your feet in that stream?
I did after the run. It was great.
Do you wear trail shoes on that or road shoes?
It depends. If I'm doing testing a trail shoe, I'll wear a trail shoe. But I wore the Topo Athletic Specter 2, which we'll talk about, and it was nice. I actually felt pretty good because I ran with my one friend who I always run with when I'm up there, Andy, and he was a little bit like maybe not heat acclimated or like he's getting back into the swing.
I met Andy, right?
Yeah, he was at the thing. So we kind of just took a chill, which is nice. And I got horrible sleep that night before because I had so 4th of July. So that was a crazy time.
Yeah, I saw you had your Bic lighter.
Yeah, that was
long nose lighter.
Yeah, the grill lighter. So that was probably like the most fireworks I've ever set off. And I had dude, it looked like a Civil War reenactment at times.
Did they do a lot of fireworks?
Yeah, I mean, I was just endlessly lighting off fireworks for like an hour and a half.
And the flag was still there?
It was there. Right. Oh, for sure. And
you still have all your fingers, I see.
I do. My brother almost lost a hand because he was holding a jumbo Roman candle, and the manufacturer produced some duds, and so the last ball did not exit the candle, and it blew up like in the tube, and it was a big Roman candle, not like the little ones that you can shoot at each other,
like a professional.
Yeah, and it blew up right above his hand and like blew the whole thing apart. And
I love watching the fails, and
it hurt it definitely like hurt his ears a little bit, but
isn't that exploded right in front of him? Isn't that like how doesn't that hit you?
Well, no, it kind of just goes all around, but it's not like it's big, but it's not enough to like it goes out into the side. So
every 4th of July, I love it. We get that Instagram compilation of firework mistakes. And back up, Terry.
Yeah, that's a good one. I will say I'm pretty safe about it. Like, I always see people handle fireworks sometimes, same with guns, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Because you're just pointing it everywhere.
So do you teach your children like the proper firework handling
I did
skills?
let them set off some smaller Roman candles, but...
What about the worms or the sparklers?
Snakes and sparklers?
Yeah.
No, man, need the good stuff. Husker do's, Husker don'ts. But the next day I woke up and I had such a sore throat. I'm like, dude, am I sick again? I realized, no, I was just sucking in sulfur smoke for an hour and a half.
Megan's had a sore throat though for like this past week.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like Googling it. I was like, is this like a thing? They said it could be allergies. They said it could be.
Did you try that Zyrtec?
No, maybe I should try that.
Yeah. I think it had to be partially from the fireworks.
Or were you yelling?
No, but I'm breathing. I'm literally standing in a cloud of smoke for an hour.
Plus, you took that part-time job in the coal mine.
Yeah, got the black lung pops. No, but it was actually pretty fun. And look, I get it. It is funny because like then last night I'm sitting in. You probably heard him.
No, but I'm guessing you got mad.
I'm sitting in my house, and there's somebody in the upper parking lot, setting off not even huge ones, just bottle rockets and some firecrackers. I'm like, these morons like setting off fireworks. It's 9 o'clock at night. It just got dark. And then I was like, yeah. Like, so it's funny. I'm a hypocrite.
Yeah.
But I only do it one day. I don't do it. That's my day.
I don't know how it got weird with that in the running retreat.
But we were in the middle of nowhere.
I don't understand how I forget this, but like it gets dark so late. Mm-hmm. And then at 5:30, it's light.
I know. It's like we're living in Alaska.
Kind of.
It really is. It's like weird. I'll wake up and I'll be like, it just disorients me because like I'm used to running my early morning runs. Like today we had to get up early because I was running longer, and I was like, it's not dark out.
And it's so hot already.
All right, first check-in. It's hot out. It's summer. It's grit time. And we forget that this heat actually does take something out of our running. So if you're running 30 seconds slower per mile or even a minute slower per mile, just remember that when those cool temps hit in the fall, you'll be back up to pace. You're getting the work in. It's going to feel good.
And And if you wake up when it's light out and you don't have blackout shades or whatever, you're just kind of awake. It's hard to get back to sleep for me.
We have shades that block out the light, but the edges, you
need
don't
total
get
darkness.
that. Yeah, we don't get that perfect
You need
seal.
the solitary confinement, Green Mile type action.
Dude, I'm telling you, like if I was going to design a bedroom, it would be in like a windowless cave, like cool, damp.
Sensory deprivation tank.
Oh yeah,
without the
pretty
water.
much. Well, there'd be a sensory deprivation and 12 sound machines for Meg.
Oh yeah, I mean that's how that was my bedroom in like high school. It was the corner of a basement, like redone basement, not a mattress on the floor.
Not like the what's that movie where you have to solve a puzzle to get out?
Oh, Saw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not like a saw basement.
No, but man, and when you were in high school, you loved to sleep. That was a dream. I felt bad for my mom. She always had to wake me up every morning. It was probably the most annoying thing in the world. But anyways, so yeah, that was the 4th was fun. But yeah, I only got that night before my long run. I woke up at 4:30 with like a coughing fit because there's like this weird dry cough going around that keeps hopping from every member of my family. And other people, like I think they got it at schools. Apparently that's,
It's like
how
a
it
charter
goes.
school thing.
But it's like this crazy cough that's like lasts for 2 or 3 weeks. So I woke up with a coughing attack and then couldn't go back to sleep. So I only got like 4.5 hours sleep for my long run. Because of course I didn't go to bed till midnight. And then, but honestly, I thought I did all right felt pretty good for only getting that much sleep on a long run. But I tested out. So I took that CBN gummy, I think the night before my long run.
Didn't a
or-
fan give you that?
night before a workout. What's that? Yeah, Alberto, I think, when we were out in Broken Arrow.
Yeah, like we're in the Olympic Village and people are handing Robbie
He just gave me a whole bag.
CBDs.
I just wanted one. He's like, no, just take the whole bag. I was like, oh yeah. So I've been taking those, and I took it before a workout last week because I wanted to test.
Were they open?
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't accept them any other way. And so I wanted to see, because I'm trying to test out sleep aids.
I want people to start bringing baked goods and stuff to you.
Dude, that's cool.
And do whatever you want to them. He'll eat them.
I'll at least one bite. Everyone knows the rules. So I'm trying to test out sleep aids before Berlin, because I'm like, I want to get a good night's sleep
Do you
for
feel
once
you've,
in my damn
I was
life.
going to say, do you feel like you've ever had a nice
Never.
sleep? Okay.
Not on any of the trips we've done. Never got more.
But you've also got Paris to practice too.
True.
My favorite one, though, was definitely Tokyo for you. Taking a melatonin with like 2
At
hours
like
to
3
go.
a.m. We're getting up at 5.
I took one and then woke up and I was like, oh, I'll take another one 3 hours before the race. Probably not good. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out.
Watch it down with a 5-hour energy.
Yeah. I think I did take a 5-hour
Back to
energy
uppers and
before that
downs.
I'm
race.
sure you did.
And so the thing with the CBN, I feel like I felt like the sleep part is great. Like really knocks you out. And even if you wake up, you fall back asleep like immediately. But I feel like my legs are a bit heavy feeling. Like
And you think that's related?
I think so because I felt like that. Took it at Broken Arrow. I mean, I ran fine, but it just feels like a little heavier to me.
I have no idea how that would.
It doesn't
Correlate.
happen to you.
You're taking CBN before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then the next morning you're saying your legs are heavy and you think it's related to that.
Mom's spaghetti.
I don't know. It could be another Morton type science analysis.
I don't, what does CBN do other than,
Apparently, it makes your legs heavy.
I mean, it's like, I don't know. It has THC.
okay,
and,
so this has happened multiple times.
a few times. Yeah. I
Right.
just get that sensation, but I don't know. I'll obviously test it some more. I have like 15 gummies left. So
Well, and then you have to weigh, is the sleep better than
yeah.
lighter legs? Like
Yeah.
what's...
And it could have just been two, bad
Yeah.
mornings. So I'm not saying this for sure.
Yeah.
But what are so I got these night bites. Maybe I'll try those. Maybe I'll combine both of them.
I would.
With your powers combined, I'm Captain
Captain Planet.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with another pun. Nothing rhymes with planet. And yeah, I'll try that out. But what are other sleep? Melatonin. What else?
Magnesium,
Yeah.
which is what's in those night bites.
I tossed out my 400 milligram magnesiums though.
Weed, melatonin.
Also, like all of the other like general hygienic things. So like we were talking about the blackout blinds or
Brushing your teeth.
being cool. No, not that hygiene. Sleep hygiene.
Start doing that.
Like the thing that we're obsessed with in our house, which is the
Uller.
Uller.
I woke up. Okay,
The
so
sleep
mine
aid.
wasn't on.
Yeah.
And I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like all sweaty. And I was like, oh, my Uller's not on. So I put my Uller on. I immediately went to sleep. I woke up this morning. I was like, how do people live?
Without air
I
conditioned
feel
beds.
like, is there anything you lack in your sleep life that you still need?
No, we have
Yeah,
blackout blinds.
we need to get
air-conditioned
Ralphie off the bed.
Yeah, Ralphie needs to go.
You're literally like a king in a castle on a 4-poster
Noise
bed.
machine. Everything.
So, okay.
Sleep is important.
What's the noise machine you use? The Dome?
Yeah.
The dome, yeah.
I need to get that.
But it's spelled DOHM or something like that.
Yeah.
Dude,
And then
give those to
melatonin
people.
gummies at night.
When people have babies, we send them the domes.
Mine must have gotten lost in the mail.
I got you a ZD.
You did. That's pretty good.
Same.
Yeah. A meal for Garfield or sleep sound machine.
I knew you didn't sleep, so I figured might as well feed you.
No, it's good.
No, literally. Okay. So just to give our sleep routine, because I think it would be like it's like almost like training advice. So we get up at 5. So usually 8:30, 9 o'clock, heading up to the bed, brushing teeth, washing faces, all that kind of stuff. Ullers are on, sound machines on, shades are drawn.
Uller is scheduled to be on so that when you get in bed, it's already cool.
What the hell?
Yeah.
This is insane.
So you get in, we got nice sheets, got Lagoon pillows. Put it in, say goodnight. Ralphie stays in his crate until around.
I was going to say, you do have a dog in your room, though.
Yeah, but
He starts in his crate, and then in some point in the middle of the night, he decides that he wants to be on top of you.
he circles, and drops his full weight. And what's weird is he's only probably 50 pounds, right?
I don't know. I carried him up the stairs today because there's people installing a treadmill, and he felt heavy AF.
When he drops his weight on you, it's like, it's a solid.
I think it's like 50 pounds, 55 pounds right now.
Wow.
It'd be like someone dropping one of those plates on you at the gym.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, but that's the only thing. So,
And then you forgot the air conditioned bed to wake you up. It heats up in the morning so that you're woken up naturally before your alarm goes off.
Wow. Yeah.
and then if I wait long enough, Megan presses the coffee button and I come down.
If
Coffee's
you wait
ready.
long enough.
I'm like the opposite. My bed heats up at night because that's when all the heat rises to the top of the house. I'm like trying to get the air conditioning to reach our room.
Do you have a fan in your room?
Like trying to coach it. Get up there. Get some legs on you. So I did have a fan for years. It broke. And then we just I got another fan, but the sound is too much. It's on the low level, it's like not enough, and then on the middle level it's too much. Just doesn't have a Goldilocks level for me. So then I was gonna send it back to Amazon, took the whole thing apart, put it in the box, and then I forgot to take it back before the return window. So now I have to put the fan back together and then use a fan I don't like.
Dude, Amazon probably would have taken it back.
Yeah, well, it said I missed it was like a 30-day return.
I would have just put it in the mail and said I
Really?
didn't see that.
Oh, okay.
They would have taken it back.
Maybe I should do that. It's like day 47 right now.
Do it. Just do it anyway.
So, but even then, a fan doesn't solve the problem of
Or
being hot.
you know what you could do?
It helps.
It helps.
Oh, okay.
What?
I was gonna say you buy another fan, return them both, and be like, I got 2 fans.
Buy another fan. Oh.
Open
yeah,
the window
okay.
back up
Yeah, I like that.
because you got the 30. Because you could do return the one
Yeah.
and then be like, okay, and return the other
But
one.
with knowing me, I would have missed that window too, and then I'd have 2 fans, and I had to just keep going forever until I was a fan salesman.
It's like when you go through your clothes and you're got all your Goodwill stuff together and you put it in a trash bag and you put it in your car and then you drive around with it for like 3 months.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Never go to Goodwill.
Yeah, I might have one of those in my car right now. or in the corner of like our kids' room or whatever.
Yeah.
It's been there for 3 months.
It was real exciting this weekend. Speaking of like Goodwill stuff, we were clearing out space for the new Wahoo
Kicker, run, treadmill.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Thanks, Meg. We were cleaning out. So Meg's got all these bags that she's putting together. We're getting shoes. We finally cleaned up that area downstairs. But it's like you move in someplace and you put stuff in a box or in a like crate.
Yeah.
And if you don't do a day like this, that stuff is there for 20 years.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
But are you one of those people that like struggles throwing stuff away? Like if you have a box of stuff and you're like, oh, I used that one time.
I used to be. I did when I read that Marie Kondo book. I did start throwing some stuff, and that helped. I feel like I'm not as attached anymore. The T-shirt thing though is really hard.
I would think books would be hard too.
So that was the one. The books was hard. I did actually get rid of a ton of books because I had so many, and this is actually a pretty good story. So, you're supposed to clear out books that that don't spark joy or whatever. And so I had big, like 2 huge boxes of books. And this is like in my 20s, I spent a significant amount of my time going to thrift stores or libraries or book sales and making a pretty nice collection. And so I took them to this. There used to be a thing in Baltimore called the Book Thing, which is it was like a nonprofit where people can just come and get books. But it's like people always give garbage books. So I was like, I'm gonna give a really nice collection of books to this place. So I took them there on a Saturday, feeling like, man, someone's gonna get lucky and get these. Monday morning, the place burns down.
What?
Yeah, no joke. Like it was
Burns down?
like half of it burned out. So like they basically like just threw everything out because it was all smoke damaged. And so like I was like, are you kidding me? Like it's just like so frustrating because I had spent all the time.
Finally done it.
And I finally was like, I'm gonna give these to someone who will appreciate them, and they're all
burnt.
I kind of feel the reason I have trouble throwing out books is they're kind of like finisher medals. Like if I actually took the time to read it, I'm like, I read this book.
I like that. Yeah. That's pretty good.
I'm the opposite. I'm like literally like I'm like throw it away. I'm like there's clutter. I just don't want it. I have no attachment to it. I'm like throw it away.
Yeah. I mean, I will say that living in a row home forces you to. So like when I wrote in the email about our shoes or whatever, how many shoes we have, like because the house is so small, it's like you just have to get rid. Like you have to go let them go. So it does. That helps for sure about getting rid of things. It's just being like, look, there's just no room.
What I have to start doing is realizing for me with the shoes, like I like to hold on to shoes that I have good memories or I feel like the shoe is a pivotal shoe, like in the Clifton example. I have all the Cliftons because that line, and then I get attached to that. But then I was like, I have all the photographs. I have we've documented on the website. We've got all the stats, all that stuff. Do I really need a physical,
Right.
like to hold on to the physical version of them? I go back and forth because I'm like, it would be cool at some point to do like photos of old shoes that you can't get anymore.
Yeah. And then you'll be saying the same thing 10 years from now.
I know.
But yeah, I know, I get it for sure. I mean, I definitely hold on to shoes that like that I ran certain marathons in, or that means something. Some of my favorite, race day shoes or whatever. But generally speaking, I feel like I've gotten better at letting stuff go. The other thing is like you just know there's just so many.
Yeah.
We get so many shoes that it's like you're gonna get the next one. And then
But that's where I think we're jaded. Compared to somebody who's gone and curated their collection and all that stuff. But so did you keep your shoes that you ran Boston in?
Yeah, I still have those. I have my Nike Epic Reacts for sure.
The knit ones, like
the purple ones.
Yeah, we have a pair of those at the office too.
Yeah, the first one. I do regret that I didn't keep like my first running shoe. like that Nike Lunar, whatever it was.
Yeah, there's a couple that I wish I had kept. My first pair of Kinbaras, the white and the red, they just got discolored and everything, and I was just like, whatever. And then a few pair, like I loved my first pair of Newtons that I bought.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, those are gone.
Yeah. But yeah, I just gave away a bunch of shoes this past weekend to like a friend of mine. Her daughters run in high school, and they're like the same size as me. So remember those Adidas spikes that we got, the 10-man elite ones?
I didn't get them.
Oh,
you
okay.
did. Yeah.
I was like, never even use it because I don't run track.
No,
ever.
I have 2 pairs of spikes that I've never put on a pair of spikes.
Yeah.
I think we should try it. I'm not fast enough for spikes.
Yeah, there's no point. I'm just going to injure myself.
Yeah.
I know it. I'm going to be like, let's go all out. Done.
Yeah. Well, that was like, I felt when we did that 100-yard dash or whatever we did at the stadium at the
at Hayward Field.
Hayward Field. Dude, all of us were hurting after that.
Yeah, for like days. I mean, we didn't do any warm up whatsoever. It's just like,
go.
Let's go.
Which is more embarrassing.
Yeah.
I was so slow, but
Whatever.
Distance runners, it's okay.
yeah, that's what I like to tell myself.
Yeah.
It was actually funny because I was thinking about that today. I was running and I was like running a pretty, humidity pace, conservative pace. And I was like, yeah, but I could probably do this pace for, as long as I wanted to.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Never
Maybe
know.
I'm just that guy who's taking the THCs every what was that guy? What did he do?
Yeah, I think you saw it.
Oh,
The
yeah.
guy, I don't know who he
That
is.
was
It just showed up in my Instagram feed, but he took 0.5 or 5 milligrams or 0.5
Every
5 milligrams.
Was it every mile?
every mile, and he
Yeah.
made
And-
it to 18 miles.
But he's like, I'm going to run a marathon. I've never trained for it. I'm going to take. That's the ones that I like. Like you proved that the marathon is hard, and I don't know how. Like that, 18 times 5. How many milligrams is that?
I thought he was totally like BSing and trying to
90.
make Instagram content, but I really feel like he was high.
Oh, he
he's
sure
definitely
was.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he probably frequently used it as well.
Yeah.
So-
you're
I
taking
wonder-
that much.
Okay,
Yeah.
say that you did
trying to see if
an
I can find
ounce
him.
of tequila or vodka every mile.
An ounce?
An ounce every mile. Do you think that?
That's
you'd,
like
you'd start throwing up
Is
after.
a shot at 1.5?
Yes, 1.5. You'd start vomiting after 10.
I don't know. I think you
talking
would.
about,
I think you
dude?
would metabolize it.
No.
Okay, let's test this out.
No, you're gonna die.
When we're at Running Warehouse. Yeah,
No,
that sounds.
That's a hard no. Absolutely not.
I think I metabolize it. That's I should just say for everything. It's cool. I'm metabolizing it.
Dude, I'll
Officer.
tell you that beer mile hurt so bad, and it felt
At
so good
elevation,
afterwards.
I can't
though.
even imagine. Did you throw it up?
No,
I would have pulled the trigger on that for sure.
I got some. I did get some foam reverb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the video.
Regurg.
Like I was like, where it's like you're getting it down and it just comes back up as foam.
Oh
No,
yeah.
thanks.
It's
Yeah.
like a little dessert.
Second check-in. Other things to think about in this heat is that it's not just about drinking while you're out there. It's about drinking all throughout the day and making sure that you're completely hydrated. I'm so thirsty right now with all this heat that I'm like, I don't need to be reminded to hydrate. I'm doing it all day, every day. Like whenever I'm like reaching for something for the fridge, I just am drinking water and electrolytes and everything. So make sure that you're not just worried about a handheld on the run, that you're actually getting fully liquidated all day.
Okay, Thomas, let's talk about our sponsor, Element.
I'm so addicted to this stuff. I don't know how it happened. When I first started drinking, I was like, it's too salty. And now I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, so they now have Element Sparkling, which comes in cans. It's the same zero sugar electrolyte formula that was in the powder, but now it comes in a can with bubbles.
And we've been doing that before they even had the cans. We started mixing the powders with like seltzer.
Yeah, and it's perfect during the summer when the temps are rising, you're sweating more, you need to replenish those electrolytes, especially sodium, which Element is known for having a bunch of. So our listeners can get a free Element sample pack with the purchase of any mix order. Just go to drinkelement.com/thedrop.
So, Robbie, you know that we love the concert at the end of the running event.
Yeah.
Y'all Out Boy.
Y'all Out Boy. And they usually play a couple. Do they play Blink 182?
Okay, I was gonna segue into that. That's good. Yeah,
Yeah, they
for sure.
do.
For sure they do.
How
What's
are
my
you
age again?
How are you gonna segue in?
I was just gonna jump right into it.
Okay. So we know now that the Kardashians have got a new member
Yeah.
in
Not even new at this point.
their caravan.
That might be the longest running Kardashian member outside of the family. Who's been married the longest?
I think Kim and Kanye were married for a while.
Where is it a while?
They were married for 6 years,
That's almost 7.
and it's Chloe and Travis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Oh wait,
it's
not Kylie,
Karen.
Courtney.
Courtney. That's right.
Karen Kardashian.
There's no Karen Kardashian. That'd be good though.
She's the stepsister they don't talk about.
yeah.
They only got married in 2022, so
Yeah.
they've only been married for 2 years.
So
But they've like shared each other's blood, so that probably adds a few years.
yeah, they're going down that
They started.
recipe that worked so well for Angelina Jolie
Yeah.
and Billy Bob.
They've only been dating. They've only been together for not even 3 years.
Yeah, I don't know if you watched it happen, but it went from 0 to 60 pretty fast.
Yeah, a lot of tonguing.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, they were like
Yeah, it's gross.
heavy petting zoo,
Gross.
Yeah, publicly heavy petting.
which
So-
has always been like the weirdest phrase. I'm like, why are we calling it this again?
Petting?
Heavy petting. Remember that was like in the 90s. Everyone just like, I feel like that was the tabloids.
I mean,
heavy petting in public.
It makes sense. You're touching someone a lot. It's too much.
Just pawing at them. Canoodling was a big thing too.
Canoodling, no, that was back in the
That's-
40s.
That's not a term anyone uses.
Let's go canoodle. Netflix and canoodle.
No, I feel like all the tabloid photos would always be like, oh, like, you know, Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin spotted canoodling in Tribeca.
Not one headline said canoodling.
And if it did, it was said like,
And
Kim Kardashian spotted canoodling.
dude, I read a lot of People magazine and barbershops back in the day. I'm telling you, this happened.
Is that where you got haircut ideas?
Yeah, it didn't work out for anyone.
All right. So Travis,
Barker.
Travis run, which by the way, I'm going to give him a little crap because I know the Kardashians are really good at marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And that is like every beginner runner's handle. Run, Robbie, run, or Megan runs or whatever. Run, Travis, run. Like they didn't even try.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to try. That's the thing.
He doesn't.
He's just going to clean up and be known as a runner now because
So about a couple weeks ago, we saw him pop up on Instagram with a little post about running.
Right. Like this is like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. And in that time, he orchestrated a run / meditation / sauna / cold plunge /
Concert?
there's a concert involved.
Like a DJ.
Yeah. Event in Los Angeles. And apparently it's coming to Queens next.
So, right. This is
You got a medal and a t-shirt.
This is a 5K race. You get a medal and a t-shirt, both of which look like garbage. Sorry, they do.
They do.
I like that they're using Run Sign Up though.
Yeah.
They are
That's
using Run
nice.
Sign Up, but
good for them.
because the cost of the running this 5K is $71.
77. And I think that's
77.
before any RSU fees.
Yeah, so you're gonna get the tacked on, charges.
Or-
so you're at $80.
Yeah. Or the VIP package.
Yes. What does that entail?
I actually don't know. Can you look that up, man?
Yeah.
I'm looking up canoodling.
It's $215.
Sorry. I think it's 220.
$220.
You get a photo meet and greet with Travis,
That's
a
actually
VIP
kinda cool.
start corral with Travis, a VIP race number, and access to Mind Body Barker experience.
I mean, if you're a huge Blink fan, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, for $200 you can meet Travis.
They did like a step and repeat with him where you could get your photo.
Okay, but you know how Kardashians work. This is only the beginning.
Oh, yeah, I think.
Like, there's got to be.
Think there's gonna be a show?
I think there's gonna be a clothing line. I think
You're
he's
probably right.
Did you guys notice what was on his feet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
on.
I know.
All black.
We should probably do a post. What on shoes were
She was in the Monster.
yeah.
I don't know what he was wearing.
It's like the Flow or something. Cloud Flow.
All
maybe.
black though. Like those look. Sorry, those do not look cute.
Wait, you think Travis looks cute? Other than that,
I do have to update you on one thing. So when I was explaining the VIP experience, there's actually 2 VIP experiences. There's the run experience for $200 where you get in the starting corral with him.
Okay.
And then there's the VIP run and meet and greet for $500.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
so wait,
That's
so the
insane.
tiers are $77. You get to be there and run a 5K and get
In
a
a
T-shirt.
parking lot with
Yeah.
cones set up.
Let's talk about the course.
Yeah, the course was the parking lot of a stadium, right?
Was this at the LA Lakers arena? What
Is that
stadium?
the Coinbase stadium or what are
They
they?
always change
It was,
names so much.
yeah.
Crypto.com. Was that the, or it used to be Staples Center?
Yeah.
Was that where it was?
It says Kia Forum.
Oh, Kia Forum. Okay. And so they basically, it was just like cones
square.
in a parking lot and like a U shape, like
Yeah.
a square, rectangle U shape.
So that basic entry was 77. And then they had the 200 level and the 500 level.
Yeah.
You could do it virtually too for $90.
Oh. How many people?
Or you could do
how
somewhere
many
great,
people do
get
you
way
think
more.
you saw at that event?
There had to be like 1,000 at least.
Yeah. How many of them do you think did the $500 VIP?
Probably a decent amount.
Because I feel like if you're going to that, you're going for Travis.
Yeah.
So you probably are going to see him.
So say that 100 people did that.
The 500.
Do you think that would be outrageous?
No.
Okay, 100 times 500.
Yeah.
You know what that is?
Yeah. 50,000.
Like Travis needs $50,000. I don't know. What is that for?
Clearly, this is something that his management like was like, dude, you like to run.
Yeah. Right.
Running's hot right now. 5Ks, we can put something together in the Kia Forum parking lot. We can rent that place out for $20,000 for the morning.
Dude, he probably got it as a favor.
Don't need police. Don't need like anyone to shut down streets.
We could use Run Sign Up. It's free.
Yeah. Let's just do it. Put it together Saturday morning. Boom. That's all. You only have to be there for 4 hours.
And the nice thing is those T-shirts he's doing, if he's doing multiple events,
Yeah.
he can do a huge bulk. It's
True.
probably $5 a shirt.
It's not specific to the location. There's no date on it.
It probably, maybe it even has like a tour dates on the back. Who knows?
Yeah.
Do you want to know what the winning time was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
15:58.
Wow.
Tim Reed.
It's pretty fast.
Tim Reed didn't get his money's worth.
What was it? What were the other one? What was top one?
What did Tim Reed get for winning?
You should get a meet and greet for winning
You should get a kiss on the cheek.
by one of the Kardashians. Your pick. Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking Travis Barker.
Top
but-
female time was 2010. Dude, I could have.
Wait, are you
gone in.
serious?
Yeah.
Dude, you would have crushed that.
And it's a flat course in
Barely.
a parking lot.
Never mind. You hate 5Ks.
Yeah.
To be determined. Yeah, but I don't know. It's like I'm all for more people running and
Right,
him
for sure.
raising the profile, but it's also like,
Opportunistic?
yeah, at what point is it like a grift or just trying to cash in?
That's where I'm trying to understand. Is this the beginning of a brand? Like, is he going to be starting to launch a running clothing line? Is he, like, I would bet that he might have been a runner before, just not publicly
Well, he ran a half marathon before.
demonstrating it. But I'm like saying maybe to stay in shape or whatever.
Yeah.
He's running. But it's like, I'm curious if this is a passion project or if this is a
I mean, he's very into running,
grab.
which is crazy because he still holds his phone in his hand. That's wild.
I hold my phone.
You hold your phone in your hand while running?
Yeah.
The hell?
All the time.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't like I got to bring another
Once again, you guys need to start using sports bras and you just tuck it right in the back.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
thing. Like I just, cause like if we're doing like, say it's a fastest run, I want to be able to take a picture.
I mean, I get that, but just on your everyday morning run.
yeah, I hold it. Cause I listen to music and I don't have it on my watch.
Man, okay. Well, sorry for making fun of you then.
No, that's, it's all right.
I just,
Like today was tough because I had a hydro pack in one hand and my phone in the other. So both hands are,
it's like Edward 40 hands, but with running gear.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, I could throw on a running vest.
Yeah.
That's just too much for me. I'm like,
Or a belt.
a belt, you could do that.
I
yeah.
need to get the naked belt because everyone talks about how great that one is. Like it's better than the spy belt, which is what I usually use.
I like
I don't
have
mind.
what's the compressed sport? I have one of those that I like.
Okay.
But like when it's hot like this, I don't want to put on more stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, less is more in this weather.
I am a big fan of the running vest, but
Dude, I
Get
went
it.
shirtless a couple times this week.
yeah.
I did my long run on the treadmill though.
Dude, that's not gritty.
It was, are you kidding? That was super gritty.
I guess so.
I had to hit paces and I can't, like in this heat,
Yeah.
like I just can't, like I felt like I was running like 8:30s today. And my 10 miles was 9:40 something. And I felt like I was moving.
Oh man.
And the heat just adds like a minute onto my time.
Yeah.
Like I just can't. I'm not good with heat. Megan, meanwhile, is over here dropping 8 flats doing 10 miles. That's slow for you though, kind of, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like I'm running slower right now in my easy runs than typical. But it's the weather. It's just you go by effort, and it is what it is. Your body's still adapting to the training,
Yeah.
so that when you get a cool day, works out.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember sometimes
Yeah.
though, like when you're in the middle of summer and you're like, how come it feels so hard to go so slow?
Yeah.
But
I've actually felt pretty good. Like I did a workout last Thursday in the evening, like not even in the evening, like at 4:30.
yeah, but you're
And
weird.
I actually felt like surprisingly good.
You've handled the heat though. Like
yeah,
like I know several, like some of the races that we've been to where it's been warm and it doesn't seem to bother you that much.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Sometimes it does, but I feel like I don't know.
You're probably hydrating more too.
I've also been more consistent.
Hydrating. I was going to say this is the most consistent I think I've seen you in years.
Yeah.
And you're
Well, I'm
like
actually
doing
doing
the stuff.
I'm actually doing workouts, which I've never haven't done in like years.
All right, final check-in. How's them grit miles coming? You piling them up, you stacking them up. We're now into like almost done with the second week of grit. I hope you're hitting your goals. I hope everything's going well. Just keep moving those arms, keep moving those feet, keep that GPS going, and log those miles. Typical day at the house. 3 boxes show up.
Yeah.
Should we do a pop open and see what we got here?
No. What if it's on embargo?
I guess we're gonna.
We don't have to show it.
I think it's that. Not Sky
Flow.
What is it? Sky Flow.
Sky Flow.
I think
Wow, these boxes are hot.
in the back of that FedEx.
So Rincon 4.
Oh, Rincon 4.
That's an exciting one for people.
Yeah.
Is that on embargo?
No. We shared it at the running event.
Did we? I don't remember.
They did, yeah. They pulled it out. It looks ugly as hell. I ain't even gonna lie.
Jeez.
Yikes, that colorway is not cute.
Wow, it was the hottest shoe.
Sorry,
Remember?
sorry, Hoka, but it is.
Yeah,
It's
but
terrible.
Remember when it first came out, that teal color with the orange and stuff? It was
Yep.
so cool looking.
I know. The Rincon looked amazing first couple. I hate to tell you, I've seen the other colorways too, and they're not much better.
Well, actually, mine's not that bad.
Is that the? That's not the Rincon.
It's the Mach X.
Yeah, it's Mach X too. That's actually nice.
That looks nice, yeah.
Yeah, ooh, feel how light it is.
Yeah. That actually could be a solid shoe. I mean, Hoka's putting out some pretty nice.
So is that Rincon? Is that 10.5?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, Meg, I was looking up canoodling, and it was created by Page Six, the gossip.
It was
What
created.
what year?
Yeah, the term canoodling. Canoodling, one of Page Six's most iconic creations, is the catch-all term used to describe any
PDA.
Amorous affection witnessed in public, from holding hands to a sloppy makeout session.
Oh, gross.
Sloppy. Why has it got to be sloppy?
Because it's in public.
Because it's
These are
canoodling.
yours.
So yeah, it's vague enough to know that people can sort of imagine what it might be. Said Richard Johnson, who brought the antiquated term back to life
Antiquated.
during his editorial reign in the 90s. I told you it was a term in the 90s.
90s.
Yeah, but it was antiquated. Let's see where it originated.
Oh, I'm
from.
sure it was like, you're right, probably from
Like
the 50s.
flappers.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not crazy. I don't think it's cool to use anymore, but
It's definitely not cool.
Are you gonna say like your kid when he's like at that age?
Yeah.
You guys, no canoodling. Both feet on the floor.
yeah. No canoodling at the talkies. Isn't that what they call it?
Yeah.
Like,
When you can hear the
yeah.
people.
Oh, jeez.
All right. So, do you want to get into like?
Let's talk about the
Shoes and
shoes
stuff?
we were going to talk about while Thomas is undoing this box. But before we do, let's
Can't get in.
It's him versus
let's
the box.
talk
Who will
about
win?
our sponsor this week, which is Cherubundi, or as Thomas and I call it in the house, Bundy.
Oh,
Is that weird?
yeah. Well, that brings up some serial killer vibes with Ted Bundy.
Oh,
but
really? I was
whatever.
thinking more Love and Marriage.
Yeah. I guess I go the
Yeah,
Could have gone that way.
Yeah, it could have gone.
Al Bundy.
Yeah, Al Bundy, and what was the girl's name?
That I go the cannibalism route.
Christina Applegate.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is super important right now because we're all getting into marathon training and upping our mileage. And so I've been trying to take it consistently. Sometimes I forget.
I've been taking it consistently.
Yeah, Thomas is much better at it than me, but basically it reduces inflammation. It helps you sleep better, which obviously we've talked enough about on this podcast. And it helps you recover faster.
Mm-hmm.
There's all different kinds. There's the original pouches, which are one of our favorites because you can throw them in the freezer and eat them after a run. And then they have the bottles, which we have, and even the sleep version, which has melatonin in it.
Oh, maybe if you combine that with another.
CBDN.
Ooh, what if I did a
If you did both those, you're sleeping.
Can you experiment with sleep aids or is
I think you can experiment with
Yeah.
anything.
Okay, go ahead.
So actually, our friend over at Cherubundi, he said there's this thing called like a sleep girl mocktail. And what they do is they do Cherubundi and sparkling water.
it's
So
called-
the sleep version, basically you can mix anything.
I think
with.
that's called a roofie, but okay, we'll just call it a sleep. That sleep girl mocktail.
It's bubbly water and the Cherubundi sleep pouch
Okay,
version.
I like it. That actually does sound pretty
Right
good.
before bed? That sounds
I
delicious.
think bubbly water is now like you just put anything with bubbly water, it's good.
Yeah.
You mean non-alcoholic White Claws?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, if you guys want to get some Cherubundi, go to cherubundi.com. Use the code THEDROP for 20% off.
What do you think is a bigger hustle, the Run Travis Run or white non-alcoholic White Claws?
They should have non-alcoholic White Claws at his runs.
Oh, dude,
That's
that would
the
be
combo.
peak.
Yeah, but
I think the White Claws are the worst.
you're
Yeah.
still running at the.
Yeah, it's still a legit thing.
Yeah,
Sure.
You're not getting any like a canned White Claw. That's highway robbery.
Yeah,
That's like that's just ridiculous.
But man, more power to you if you can pull it off.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about his giant cushy shoe that we've got here.
We're talking about the more.
More V5.
By New Balance.
Yes.
Dude,
Believe
that
it or
looks
not, it got
insane.
thicker.
That
It
looks
got-
crazy.
Do you know what's crazy when it's on your foot? See how wide it is, Robbie?
Yeah.
You ever seen Mickey Mouse and his shoes?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what you're doing. You have like these giant like things. And at first I wasn't even sure I wanted to run in it so big.
Oh yeah. It's like those red boots that were a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Are Mickey Mouse shoes dress shoes or what are they?
Well, I mean, for a mouse, they're definitely elevated fashion.
Yeah. I mean, he keeps them shined up, right?
I mean, yeah, it's hard to keep
Some
yellow
sort of-
clean, and his are always pretty
Are
clean.
his shoes yellow or black?
I believe they're yellow.
Okay,
Wait, what do you think, Meg?
too much time on this.
Red
His shoes
shorts,
are black.
yellow.
I think
shoes.
they're black.
They're definitely black.
Okay,
But
look at-
Thomas is always right about stuff.
yeah, can you look it up?
Mickey Mouse shoes. Dude, they are yellow. See, I never doubt Thomas.
on the weird facts.
I knew there was some yellow, but I was thinking it was his buttons, which are white actually.
Red shorts.
Whoa. Dude, that's wild.
Yeah,
They should make like a Mickey Mouse running shoe. I guess if you made this New
This
Balance.
is it right here.
Man.
And the Morby 5.
All right, Meg, this thing is I think we've pushed the limits of fresh foam.
So yeah, this is the new formulation, the same fresh foam that's in the 1080, but there's a whole lot more of it.
What's weird is you kind of though, like you can see here from the heel counter, you're
sit
sitting in it.
Yeah.
It's not like, I mean, it's still tons of foam, but you're sitting down in it. I really feel like this is the Bondi like killer. Like they're going right up against that market.
Are they even making the Bondi anymore?
They haven't in years.
I don't think they are.
Well, I think they're just pumping out. Like people are buying that one. Why make a new one?
The 8, I think, was the last one.
But I think this is the same people. Like if you're a nurse or somebody who has to be on their feet all day, these shoes would be the move.
I mean, it's super comfortable. I was actually worried I wasn't going to enjoy it out on the run because it is like you feel the squish when you lace it up.
Like more than the 1080 V14 or whatever?
Yeah. Like, cause there's
Really?
just like more,
That's insane.
there's more foam. So it just feels like,
It's also wider. Like you just feel like you're on a
got more.
platform.
I did weigh it against the Bondi, the last version, and it is lighter than that. And the foam feels much better now. I mean, it's just a better foam, I think, in the past couple of years.
I'm not sure. Like if you feel like inside here, the stack looks gigantic, but you're not actually. It's not that crazy.
Do you know what the actual stack is?
No, I was trying to look that up.
I don't know if we have the sheets for it.
I was afraid that it was just going to feel too clunky, but it actually feels fine on the run. Like I felt like it runs pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like this is the shoe I want to use for my recovery days. But it's funny because I had strides on my run the other day, and I was wearing this shoe, and I was like, "Oh, this should be interesting." It was fine.
Really?
It wasn't. I mean, short, like 100-meter sprints, so like not long distance, but yeah, it was fine.
Interesting. Do you know? Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything. We didn't get any of the sheets for this shoe.
No, I went back and just watched our TRE video, so it's going to be $155.
Okay.
155.
That's
Yeah.
How much is a 1080?
I think it's more.
I know. That's crazy.
Yeah. And it's like super plush. Like this is for that person who just wants comfort all day long.
You don't want to feel anything.
Yeah. Which I'm all
Prozac
about.
for your feet.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Nice.
It does what it says it's gonna.
1080. Oh, 1080 is 165. Yeah. So
That's crazy.
You get more for less.
I actually think that this
that is
feels pretty similar to the 1080.
It's really only 155.
Yeah, you can get it right now.
I think I would go with this over the 1080 if that's the shoe that I was looking for. I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, they have like an all white kind of colorway.
Where can you get it? Because it's not on their website.
On let's see, Fleet Feet has it, and Running Warehouse, I think.
It's so weird. It's always weird when other places have it for sale, but not like New Balance. Yeah, you're right. 155. Wow.
See, that's nuts to me.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. All right.
So I would, if the way I'd kind of describe it, if it's funny that the Clifton and the Bondi are still, after all these years, kind of like the
Benchmark.
marker for
Yeah.
like the cushioning. I would say the 1080 is the Clifton, and this is the Moore is the Bondi.
That has to be the most max cushion of any shoe ever, right?
But it's deceiving. Like Thomas was saying, it looks thicker. Like your foot sits in there.
I guess it's not as much stack height as the Prime X or
Yeah.
Like
whatever.
this wall,
Yeah.
like your foot, you're kind of cupped in there.
Right.
But when you say max cushion shoe, like that's
is
what
the
I think
feel.
of.
Right.
Like the soft, squishy bunch of foam underfoot,
Which is confusing because we got the Hyperion Max from Brooks.
which is not a max shoe.
No.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing with that shoe. It's like, why are you calling it this? Because it's like a faster shoe.
Yeah.
It's not a
It's not a recovery
cruiser.
max.
Yeah.
Sure. I'd say it's supposed to, like, I would think that what they're aiming for there is like the endorphin speed.
Yeah.
the Puma DV8 Nitro 3.
Yeah, pretty accurate.
There's a white sand colorway of this More V5, which I don't know why that didn't end up here, but it looks pretty good.
I could see that looking good.
Yeah.
I ran in another shoe since we have like a billion shoes right now.
Yeah.
I've been running in the Topo Athletic Specter too.
You loved the first one.
I didn't like the Specter. I like the Cyclone.
Is that the one that had the
That's the
P-Bow?
P-Bow, but that was like a more like
Minimal.
yeah.
Like,
by
would you
today's standards.
compare that one to like the Hoka Cielo Road?
Yeah, just like not plated or whatever. But this is the original Spectre. I think I thought it was pretty bad. I think we gave it a bad review.
Oh, actually, no, I think I did like the Spectre. The white with the green bottom?
No, that was a different shoe.
Okay.
That was the Cyclone before
Okay.
the P-Bax version. The Spectre was like, it's like a kind of a max or higher cushion shoe. But before it didn't have, and now this one version now has a full P-Bax midsole, which is it's basically the Cyclone, just bigger. Like
Thicker?
It even looks exactly the same.
Yeah, I
almost.
was going to say, I thought that was just an update.
Yeah. So honestly, it's really nice. It's like, I loved it.
It matches your shirt.
Yeah. I'm not a natural foot type person, but if there's like, I think they're stealing a lot of Ultra's fan base or whatever. And if you're looking for a legit like foot shaped shoe that actually performs, this is.
Well, when you say foot shape, I hate that term.
Yeah.
Because that's not the way my foot is shaped. But when you say like the wide toe box, the more squared off toes.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. And I'm looking at it. It looks like a very light rubber on it as well.
Yeah. So not too much, just enough.
So is this supposed to be racing?
It's not, but you definitely could. Like, I'm not sure how much it weighs. It's not heavy though.
It looks light.
It's pretty light.
We've got a scale over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You want me to get it?
I actually would be interested to
All right.
see.
I'll grab the scale.
I don't have any comparison in my size though.
And it's beaded foam.
Yeah. So it's not like super light, but it's so for this is a men's 7. It's 7.8 ounces.
Okay. So that'd be close to 9 ounces for,
Yeah, but
which is strange because there's not much to that shoe.
right. I mean, they do a good job of giving like nice support on the upper.
It's got that flare on the back that reminds me of that Hoka shoe.
Yeah.
What was the one the downhill one that you had?
That was so weird.
Oh my gosh, why am I blanking out right now? Everything in my mind is just screaming Tecton, but I know. The 10-1, 10-9.
Yeah, 10-9.
And then there was like remember they did the Clifton Edge or something?
Yeah.
That was like had the extended heel. No, but it's a nice shoe that can kind of do everything. So it's nice for like I did a long run in it, felt super comfortable. The upper fits great. And then if you want to pick it up, you can also do that because it's still light enough. And yeah, it's just a really nice shoe. I think Topo fans or again, Ultra people.
So what's strange to me
it.
though is you don't love the upper feel of a New Balance. It doesn't fit your foot often correctly.
Yeah.
And I don't consider you a person who's got like wide feet or anything like that.
Yeah.
But you like the Topo fit.
Yeah, I don't know. All their shoes, I just feel like the uppers feel really good. I don't know why, but I think they just do a good job of putting cushion in the right places. And yeah, I don't like the way it looks. I'm not a big fan of like the foot shape design, but it feels good. So
You just don't look down.
yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
And just in general, I'm like, I don't know why I always feel like Topo shoes. Like I'm like, are they ever gonna look cool? Probably not. But
It's tough to work with that shape, but that like I don't know why. I guess we talk to retailers and they're like navy blue or royal blues sell.
yeah,
it's the worst. Like when
don't
when we
get it.
pull out this
Yeah.
and I look at it and I go, I don't know what it is about blue shoes. I just don't like them.
Blue in general, just I cannot do it. But this one actually isn't too bad.
No,
but
it's got a nice little tropical, like deep water feel.
But I think I think a lot of people are going to love that shoe though. I mean, the full Pebax midsole, it's a beat at Pebax. I think it does feel similar to the Endorphin Speed in a lot of ways. It doesn't have the plates. So it's not as like aggressive, but it's very smooth. Like just kind of just like rolls right along.
Nice.
Anyways, so that's cool. And that shoe is coming soon, I believe.
How much you paying for a Peba-based shoe from Topo?
I think it's 160, but don't hold me to that. Let me see if I can pull up a spec sheet on it. In the meantime,
Talk amongst ourselves.
yeah, or just think, I don't know.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need to announce. I don't think so. So by the time this comes out, we'll be on the end of our trips this week. And
but you'll be continuing on.
Yeah, the next stop will be, I want to say, Boston. But yeah, we'll be sharing stuff on Instagram, so you can follow along and RSVP to any of the stops you want to join us at.
Cool. So the Topo Athletic Specter is Specter 2, 165.
Not bad.
So yeah.
It's like a super trainer.
Yep, pretty much.
Yep. And then I guess we're going to be traveling a bit. We're going to be at the Olympics, but we're going to start. I guess we already started training for Berlin.
Yeah. So we'll have more details on what fun activations we might be doing over in Berlin that weekend. So stay tuned for that.
And do you know what we're doing when we're in Paris? Did you say that? Did you say that?
Yeah, we sat down in Brooklyn and got the whole.
So we'll be doing some cool stuff there too, right?
We'll be at least hosting one shakeout run. So if you guys are over there for the Olympics, make sure you see us.
That's gonna be wild.
Yeah, we're going to eat dinner on a barge.
What?
In the Seine.
Is that how you say the name of that river?
The Seine.
Yeah.
I actually don't know, so I'm not judging.
Megan speaks French.
Okay.
Or at least high school French.
The Seine.
Remember all those years.
Apparently, we're going to be in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower. We'll have just watched volleyball, and then we go to dinner. And
Hey, is that for real?
yeah,
Oh, dang.
Yeah, we have a pretty cool schedule.
yeah. Are you bringing kids this time?
He's bunking with Carl.
Yeah, so we have one kid, and I'm with you, so that counts as a cook too.
So bring them both. Yeah.
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 All right.
But I saw a headline in Rolling Stone right now. It says "Poop in the Seine, packed trains, convoluted QR codes. Is Paris ready for the Olympics?" Dude, bring the Olympics to Baltimore. You can get poop here too.
Yeah, I will poop in either place.
They need to bring the Olympics to this area. I mean, if you
They've tried to do Baltimore, Washington.
It would work so well though.
It would.
DC and
Yeah,
Baltimore.
it would, because there's public transportations there.
We've
got stadiums up the wazoo.
Plenty of hotels.
Yeah. They tried to bring it. This was about 10, 15 years ago. I think they tried to get the bid for the Baltimore, Washington.
Wasn't the World Cup maybe?
No, this was an Olympic thing,
Okay.
because I worked for the marketing agency that tried to do it. So it might have been like longer than that, but yeah, because I keep forgetting, like we've been doing Big Run Media almost for 10 years now.
Yeah.
So it's probably like 15, 16 years ago. Jeez.
Maybe once we get our track in at Patterson Park, they'll consider us.
Yeah, I got to reach back out to them. Like that, they're like, I don't know how to move this forward.
Oh, that's
sounds like politics.
Yeah, that's Baltimore City government for you. All right, cool.
All right.
That's it.
Hi, Ma.